Hello everybody, I was drinking my coffee and I thought to create a video about being an entrepreneur and share with you my experience. But first of all, I'm Andrea. This is my channel where I share my experiences, lessons that I learned and my adventures. Please subscribe if you like my videos. It's free for you, it's very easy, but for me it's a big difference to grow with my channel. So I've been an entrepreneur for 14 years now, and I still remember the first time when I decided to open my business. After a period of time that I worked for someone else and do experience, I decided to spend all my money that in that moment was in my bank account to open my business. And I remember that I was really worried about it. But at the end it was a big success. But today I don't want to share with you my success, but I want to share with you all the mistakes and all the things that I want to say to the young Andrea that in that moment opened the business, was worried about it, but also something that was possible to avoid. But this is the process. Doing mistakes is a process. Mistakes allow you to understand how to do better. It's not a shame doing mistakes. I've heard a lot of time a phrase, I told you, but doesn't matter. It's okay. Do mistakes and try. Try and try. It doesn't matter. And if you fail, it's not a shame. You can do it again. So one of the things I want to say to all the young entrepreneurs and to the young Andrea is, don't worry, you figure it out. Just do it. And it will work. If it doesn't work, try to understand why it doesn't work. And if something is not working, there's something you're doing wrong. I try to be the first one doing new things, and I invest a lot time and money in learning something new, and I was always the first one in doing something new. That's one of the things that I really happy about it, because it make a big change. But on the other hand, I was investing too much. And this was one of the mistakes. Today it's kind of speaking loudly, I know it's different from the usual video, but it's important. I'm trying to go back and remind what happened in my life as an entrepreneur. And one of the things that being an entrepreneur stole me a lot of time, but at the same time I wasn't able to dedicate to my family at the same time. It was difficult. It was hard. I used to work a lot of hours, more than 12 hours a day. One mistake that I did in the beginning, it was having low prices. I was worried about people don't understand my experience and the quality of my service. And I decided to keep low prices. So that brought me to a burnout, because to cover all the expenses, I used to do a lot of hours. And that is a mechanism that brings you to a burnout. After a while, I decided to scale my business and having collaborators. I tried to having a lot of collaborators. But one of the mistakes that I did, I learned immediately how to delegate, because it was important to me to not burn out again. But at the same time, I allowed them to explore more and try and doing more mistakes with my business. One of the suggestions that I want to give you is, do not allow someone else to do mistakes with your business, because you are allowed to do mistakes. But before other people doing mistakes, you need to set boundaries. If you do not set boundaries, you can pay your mistake to allow them to do mistakes. Even if you set boundaries, it will happen. They will do mistakes, but it's different because you set boundaries before. Delegation is different. Delegation is they are able to do something that you're not able to do it, and they are able to do it better, or they can do it with your guide. Giving to your collaborators the power of doing something and the last decision, it's a big mistake. You have the vision of the business and you know what is good and what is bad. You can pick suggestions and try to understand if it can figure out if it works, but they not have your vision. And even if they understood your vision, they're not you. So you need to have the last choice every single detail. Another big mistake that I did, it was paying them a lot. So I started thinking that if I pay them good, they can have a good life. They're not complaining about having more money, and they can have time, quality time of life. There can be a good balance. Actually, that brought me in a very bad situation because probably humans doesn't work in this way, and they started want more and more and more and more. And I arrived at a certain point that I wasn't able to give them more because I wasn't earning from them. It was just a cost. If your collaborators are only a cost, that means you don't need them. And that can be a very bad situation because if you give them all your resources, money and time and energies, and you lost them, you need to do again from the beginning another process, find someone else and train them and let them able to understand your vision. It's a lot of energy, it's a lot of money. So paying immediately a very high rate, I don't think it's a good idea. I think it's better to create a path to grow with money and experience. They create different steps, economically speaking, but also professionally speaking, to allow them to understand if they are doing well, they will be rewarded. I was young and nobody told me how to manage a business. I created from scratch a big business. It was so successful that at the end I created from nothing and I sold it with a value. And for me it was a big success because it works and I'm very happy. The suggestion that I want to say to you after enunciate all my mistakes is trusting you. Be kind with yourself. And you are your business. Nobody knows what is best for you and your business. So you need to decide at the end. You need to the person that will decide in the business, the vision, the idea, it is you. I hope to be helpful with this video. For sure there are other mistakes to avoid and other strategies. So see you next video.